this, I think, is indicative of something deeper that we don't yet understand, and everybody's complaining about it, but the wheels never stop turning, right? Everybody's complaining about big government. Everybody's saying less, 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 but the wheels seem to have picked up a certain amount of steam where it's not less, it's always more encroachment on our ideas, more encroachment on our beliefs. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying what it is, but I think that gardeners, we ought to be weary. We ought to start thinking about, being in our little secret areas, and that's good, sharing and swapping seeds and ideas. But where that comes into play is when they don't understand what we're doing here, when they don't care what we're doing here, when they start with their, you can't grow this, you can't grow that, this causes this kind of disease and we can't have it. But and we all have to just say, okay, throw our hands up and give it over to Walmart and Whole Foods that don't even sell whole foods. Then we end up with this. And if you look on here, it says boy, right? Because I caught the guy while he was here and I talked to him about what he was seeing, because he didn't understand the system and the mobile chicken tractor and things like that. But this paper could so easily say, we're taking your chickens. Because at the bottom, I'll read it, it says, we will come back on 3/8/18 to check on chickens and conditions. If they do not change, chickens will be impounded. That's what he was gonna leave me before I came out of the house and actually saw him walking around my chicken, portable or mobile chicken cage. But he wrote void on it. But that's what I'm saying. We're fun with growing and we're fun with having things. But when reality strikes and something like this, then the guy comes out again like 3 days later. I guess the people that called in the first time were unsatisfied with them leaving me alone. They called again. And I've only been here maybe a year. And like I said, I don't even have neighbors. That side, you saw where I'm going, it's an empty yard where I got the grass clippings from. Next to me here is a flooded out home. So, unfortunately, here in this part of Louisiana, we were victims of the great flood, 2016 flood. So I don't really know anybody here but the one guy across the street that you always see coming and helping me out in the yard. But people don't understand us. I understand that. When you're trying to grow your own food, when you're trying to provide for your family without having somebody else provide for you, they don't understand it. I mean, look at what I'm losing. This tree here was a beautiful tree. I'm sacrificing. I'm working. Nobody's giving me anything. Look at this tree. This was a beautiful tree. But look at it now. Look all I've lost. And I was so excited about this. Now, my joy, not saying that my joy isn't in the Most High and in God, but what I'm saying is now my happiness comes from these babies putting eggs on the ground for me. They're just over 6 months old, so they've just started laying. So we've just started reaping the benefits. We're up to like I would say 8 eggs a day. We're up to 8 eggs a day, and we've just started reaping the benefits of having those. And then someone wants the government to take it from me. That's crazy. You know, I have 6 kids. I only had 5 because I had to hold the camera with the other hand. But I had 6 kids I have to provide for and supply for. And I'm trying to be a producer, not just a consumer. And that's what it is about us. When our mindset change and we say, I wanna produce. I don't just want to consume, take. I want to be the person that I can bring my mom some eggs, and I can bring my sister some eggs, and I can drop some eggs off at the neighbor's house, and somebody that may be in need, that I may see in need, and I can bring some eggs to the church, and I can bring some tomatoes to the church. That's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. And that's all I know. A lot of us gardeners, all we want to do is take care of our family. And they don't like that. They don't like that because they don't understand that. So I tell you, to end today's episode, is don't get discouraged. No matter who don't like your plants growing on your front lawn, no matter who don't like your chickens walking around your yard, no matter who don't like that you have rabbits, whatever it is that you have, don't get discouraged in that. Because people called in on me, yes. And I could have put everything, let me show you this. I could have put all of this in the back and hid it from the world and hid it from everybody. But what I chose was to put this on the front street. So cars like that, when they pass, somebody can look and say, baby, why we should do something like that? You know, why don't we have something like that? Why don't we plant a tree? We got all these trees around here and none of this produces fruit. We can do what that guy's doing. That's why I put this up here to the front, not to show off, but just to be a guiding light to other people. So I believe that, yeah, 2 or 3 people may have called in on me, but I believe that the other hundreds that have passed this way, those are the people that are gonna do something in the future to change the way this country is going, to change the way the mindset of this new American culture is going. And it's those people that we're going to be able to rely on, that are going to stop by and going to make friends with. And it's those people that if things get bad and we can't find some of the things that we need, it'll be those people that will be supporting the communities. Because that'll be the only farms, the small farms. The big farms, they're going out. They can't even produce enough food with all the chemicals that they're making. It's going to be the small people, the small backyard gardeners, the small farmers. It's going to be you and me that's going to keep this world going, that's going to keep things afloat. I believe that. That's why I do what I do. And until it's amazing. Come on my last walk with me. How about that? Y'all can do that? Y'all got about 1 more minute, maybe another minute and a half. I believe that if you just grow something, anything, you'll change your life. Take $10 and say, I'm gonna grow kale. I'm gonna grow lettuce. You know, something easy. You're gonna change your life. Something that you love too. Something that you've been eating from Walmart or H-E-B or Piggly Wiggly, Shoppers Value, wherever, Winn-Dixie. Something that you love from that garden produce part. Take that and plant that and grow it for yourself. And then you will really, really see why you should be gardening. Y'all washing?
Yeah, we do.
A little outside clothes washing. But you'll really see why you should be gardening, because the taste that you're gonna get from that food is gonna be amazing. Until next time, next week, Thursday, we'll be seeing you again. God bless.